This is Chunk Raid, my extreme one-chunk Iron Man that is currently locked behind one of RuneScape's most hated minigames, Barbarian Assault. The most difficult part of this minigame is achieving the Penance Pet, which could take thousands of hours to attain, and because of this I have to learn everything there is about this minigame and master it completely, which will result in quicker games and cut down my time spent in this chunk significantly. Mastering the minigame isn't going to be as easy as it seems, as it's one of the older minigames released back in 2007. It's not as polished as it should be, making it more difficult to understand properly if you don't know the mechanics. Understanding everything and finding other teammates that do as well can cut down my games from 30 to 40 minutes a round down to as low as 12 minutes per round, which is a huge increase in the amount of rounds that I can do per hour. Starting things off with level 5 in the collector role, which means one more roll. The attack roll is the only one left in order to be completely quote-unquote mastered on all of the roles. There's still a lot I need to actually learn in the game, and I also need to find some people to actually play with rather than these randoms that can definitely help me speed through this. I've seen quite a few people that I just need to like infiltrate their clan or something. I don't know. These randoms, they're not cutting it. Here's a better look at all of the roles that I have. So I'm level 2 in the attacker role. Everything else is level 5. So I'm just currently working on the attack role. So that's going to take a little bit longer than the other ones because obviously I'm not going through all 10 waves as an attacker. But even once I'm level 5 in the attacker role, there's still many points I got to obtain because there's still some items, armor pieces that I need to collect. So that's kind of what I'm focusing on, is just getting all of these done so I can mainly just focus on like a defender role or a collector role and just solely gamble from there on out. So that's what I'm working on. I don't know why, but I'm feeling a little bit lucky, so I'm going to do my very first high gamble on the account and hope we get Spoon the Pet, first KC. What do you think the odds of that are? It's insane odds. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, hey! A Rune-Kai shield. That's actually, you know what? That's actually pretty good. That is obviously a massive upgrade from going to nothing in the Kite shield slot to now a Rune-Kai. That's not a task, though. Only the Rune Square and a Granite Shield is, but you know what? Honestly, I'm not going to complain about that at all. That's actually a pretty good item to get. Got me some healer points. Let's see what we get on the second gamble of the account. Surely we don't get spooned twice. Oh my god. No way. A Granite Shield. Wow. How do I go from a Rune Kite to a Granite Shield? That is a chunk task, technically, but I'm not going to mark it off just yet because I can't technically wear it yet. I need 50 defense and 50 strength to actually equip it, so I'm going to hold on to it. I can't wield it yet, so I'm not going to mark the task completed, but holy cow, that is pretty lucky. I mean, it's like a 1 in 32 chance for each one of these items, but to get them back-to-back on the very first rolls, first gambles, that's... You know what? That's actually pretty cool. Now I guess I got to go back to Barbarians and start training, I guess. Well, I told these guys that I would swap to a healer role at wave 6, but they just keep starting the round after every wave without swapping me. So we're on wave 10 now, and I'm still the attacker. So if we manage to beat this wave, I mean, that's some good points. So I'm not going to complain at all. Shout out to these guys. I'm trying not to die here. If too many of these rangers get on me, I can easily die. So I got to be very careful here. I've never attacked on this wave yet, but I do some decent damage, though, on these things. It's not like I'm completely worthless. As long as I'm not dying, I think I'm okay. I mean, the good thing about this minigame is you always hit. As long as you're doing the correct attack, you're going to do some form of damage. And then I'm level 4, I think, in the attack role, so that also helps me do a little bit more damage, so... Not too bad, not too bad. We completed the wave, so I got 80 points off that in the attacker roll. We got 381. Only a couple more points I can get that, or 120 more points I can get that to level 5, but unfortunately I'll still have to do some attack. I still need the skirt, which is 375 points, and then I still have 2 helmets, which are 275 each, so still got quite a bit of attacker points to go. But that definitely took a big chunk out for sure. About to finish this wave, and this will be the last points I need for level 5 in the attacker role. And then that will be a task completed, the Elite Diary for all level 5 mastered roles. Had to wait for the healer to die, but there it is, level 5 in the attacker role. That is all of the roles mastered. Did not get a achievement diary. Oh, well, I was going to swap, but I guess we'll do another wave. We're not going to complain. I still need some points. I didn't get an achievement diary pop-up notification, so I'm not too sure what I need to do to get that diary done, but it is the diary nonetheless. Okay, there it is. I guess I just had to completely finish the game there, but that is a chunk task completed. We are officially fully mastered in the roles department of the minigame, quote unquote anyways. There's still a lot I need to learn. Like, I'm sure there's ways I can better myself in some of these roles, like the healer and defender roles and whatnot. So still a lot I want to teach myself, but there's 3 more armor pieces. We need the granite body steel, which is 95k coins, but for the most part, we're getting pretty close to the gambling phase of the chunk, where it'll just be strictly us basically gambling. I still need woodcutting and whatnot, so there's still a few things, but as far as the minigame goes itself, it will be nothing but gambles pretty soon. Wasn't planning on recording, but I just got some raw lobsters on a low gamble, which is obviously exactly what we want. I'm going to need a lot more of these, a lot more. So wasn't planning on it, but somebody did end up leaving mid-wave, which again, you have to be past wave 2 in order to do a low gamble. So basically, I'm just waiting for people to leave to do these. So I'm going to take every opportunity I can to take those. I did see a comment in the last video that says, why don't I just ask my teammates to leave or, you know, go do a gamble and then come back and rejoin my team? But I'm not going to do that because that could take a minute or two to do, and then my whole team has to kind of wait for me to do a gamble. I'm not going to do that. That's just kind of weird, and just I don't like being the one to set somebody else's achievements back, even if it's only a minute or two. I'm not going to do that. So we're just going to wait for people to leave. That's all I can do, honestly. I officially have enough points to fully complete the attack role. Obviously, I need the points in the other roles to complete it, but I have the points, and I am completely done with the attack role. I will not have to do this again, unless for some reason I come back in the future once I get better weapons outside this chunk, which I don't see why I would. But if for some reason I did, that would be the only other time I do attack. Here is the final achievement for defense, level 50. Unless for some reason I get the dragon piece from the minigame, which would be hilarious. I will be training strength from now on. That is the last combat stat I need in order to equip the granite. But I'm going to take this time real quick to address a few comments in the last video. A lot of people are wanting to see me inside the minigame more, and while I do agree with you, I do wish I could showcase a lot more footage inside the game. There's just nothing to talk about in the game. It's literally rinse, repeat of the same exact thing, and nothing exciting to actually showcase to you guys. The only excitement comes after the fact when I'm actually spending the points, which some people even said I could talk about things while just playing the minigame, but I mean, everybody already knows my goals. Like, the goal is to get points and get the pet. So I will try to record anything exciting that does happen, but there's not a whole lot that does, unfortunately. I have been struggling tonight with the randoms that we are getting. Definitely not the best people online at the moment, but I have managed to obtain all of the points that I need to finish every armor piece in the minigame. So we're about to knock out 3 tasks in the chunk. We're going to get the ranger hat, let's get the healer hat, and then we also need the skirt. So this is 3 tasks completed, and now I can officially spend every point that we obtain from now on in this minigame on gambles. So that is a good feeling, and to be honest, I think this is the first time I've ever gotten the full armor set from this minigame before. I've played this game a fair amount back in my time, but Yeah, I've never actually fully grinded the entire armor piece out, so that's actually pretty cool. A little accomplishment for myself to get every one of these pieces for the first time on an account. It's unfortunate we don't have the 60 range for that skirt, but none of these helmets are necessarily useful at the moment, but they will come in handy in the future when I need to train range or magic. But it's super cool to get. So from now, we'll be doing nothing but gambles. Hopefully we get some unique items. Let me show you the bank, actually. Not a whole lot going on here other than the lovely pieces we got here. I'm going to make a little tab over here for all of my armor pieces. I need to keep this bank organized. I have a bad habit every single time I make an account. I try to make it organized at first, but it slowly fades away after a while. But I promise I'm going to try my best to keep this one organized. We still need the granite body too, but that's obviously achieved through the high gambles or collecting coins. So the coins are collected through the gambles, not the body itself. So everything is through the gambles now. We are in a new era of the account, the gambling account, and I'm enjoying the minigame still. This is actually very enjoyable. It does get frustrating when you get some people who are pretty much clueless as far as the minigame goes, but nonetheless, it's pretty relaxing to play the minigame, so I'm having a blast. Just managed to get enough points from the last game for the night, so I might as well just do a gamble. Why not? Surely we don't get spooned a third time. We got the rune kite, then the granite kite. Let's see what we get for the third KC. I don't plan on showcasing every single gamble, by the way, but considering our streak here, I got to see what we get. 2 palm tree seeds and a elite clue. Well, I honestly forgot you could get these. What is the drop rate for these? 1 in 15. Okay. I thought that was going to be like super rare. I was about to be very upset, but 1 in 15, that's not too bad. That's in Prifidinos. I don't... I have no idea how to say that. That is... Nah, we're going to drop that. Oh, that's a granite helmet. 12 KC. That is a chunk, but unfortunately, I also can't wear this one. I need 50 strength for this as well. Man, that's 2 granite pieces now that I have that I just haven't been able to mark completed yet because I can't wear them. So I guess this is my cue to go train strength. I just need to go train it. I've been holding off for whatever reason, but that's 2 pieces now. That's my cue. I got 44 strength. I'm going to go pump out 50 strength. Might as well. But otherwise, I did get the warrior helmet as well from the gambles, which I'm sure you've seen. The warrior helm, unfortunately, without the Fremnik Trials quest, means nothing to me, but it will be a good alch at one point in time if I do get multiple of them. Got some raw chickens. We have about half the gold we need for the granite body, but nothing other super exciting that I need to showcase to you guys, so I'm going to stand by for a little bit here and hope that a random event will spawn since I have been inside the minigame for a while. Usually, as soon as I come back out, they spawn. So I'm going to stand here a bit and then I'm going to go train some strength. Well, I think I've given myself a good reason as to why I'm killing all these barbarians. So I figured I'd try and see if I could fill up this beer glass with the barrels, because apparently you can do this in other parts of RuneScape. But here, since there's a barbarian near the tap, they do not let you collect any beer. They're not sharing their beer, so now I'm going to kill them all. That's just how it goes. With this final bone here, this will be level... Well, it's not the final bone, but that is level 40 prayer. This is probably going to be the last prayer level on the account. They are flying by just because I'm killing these chickens rather than the barbarians, but I kind of was hoping I'd get 43 prayer, but I'm not even going to get close. I only have 1 more strength level to actually do, and then I theoretically don't have to kill anything again. I could just strictly play the minigame. There are a few scenarios where I do have to come back here and kill some more chickens. That's one, if I need more raw chickens for the cooking requirement that I have. If for whatever reason I don't get enough food in the minigame, I can come back here and kill some chickens. Or if I get super spooned and get the dragon chain body or medium helm from the mean drops, then I will have to come back here for 60 defense. So either one of those scenarios, I will be back, but most likely not. So that was most likely the last prayer level in this chunk, but we shall see. Here is the final combat level in this chunk for now anyways. Obviously, I've mentioned reasons I might come back, but let's go equip the 2 granite pieces that I have for chunk tasks, which, I mean, I guess we could just go ahead and mark them completed now that I can equip them. So that is the granite helm and the granite kite shield completed. So I am going to go back into the minigame. Let's take a look at the bank, though, and see how many raw chickens I've collected thus far. I have not been paying any attention. Just shy of 3,200 raw chickens. So I think that's probably about 52 cooking banked. And then obviously we got some raw lobsters too, which I'm going to hold on to. But as far as the equipment that I'm going to wear, I'm going to keep the runner's helmet. We are going to equip the shield, but the runner's helmet just makes me look so much cooler. The granite helm is just so newbie looking. So this is the gear we're going to be rocking with for now. We'll go ahead and throw that in. We still need some coins for the granite body, but I'm going to go back into the minigame and, well, I need my trusty staff. Need the trusty staff. The staff just makes everything complete. There it is. All right, let's go ahead and get back to the minigame. We got a team of chunkers going on here. 3 of us are online. We got Barbound and Barb Extreme Chunk. We're all in the same team. We just kind of happen to be all online at the same time. There's actually quite a few of us. There's also one more level 5 chunk. I haven't actually spoken with him, but I've seen quite a few chunks in here that are this is their starting chunk as well. So it's pretty cool to see. I definitely did not start this by any means, but yeah, very cool. Can do a couple of low gambles, so let's go ahead and knock those out. I could do like 5 or 6 gambles. I'm only going to do 3 of them. So we got some Chaos Runes. I guess that's not too bad. Chaos Runes is pretty good, actually. Some Oak Planks. Okay. Don't know when I'll be using those, but I am going to be super excited to see at the end of this grind just what all I've collected, because there's quite a bit of resources we get from this. And the final one I'm going to do, Harlander Seeds. 7 Harlander Seeds. Okay. Well, let's throw this in the bank, and then I'm going to stand by and hope we get a random event. But not too bad. No raw lobsters, no items, but we'll take the resources. You're not going to guess what I'm about to do, but if you did guess gambles, that would be correct. We got 2 gambles to put in, and let's see what we get. Duplicate Rune Kite Shield. Okay, I mean, we'll take it. That's a good alch one day anyways. Definitely not a pet, though. We want the pet. Give us the pet. One more. 50 KC, we get a Berserker Helmet. I think that's a new item. I got the Warrior Helm last time, but now we got a Berserker Helm as well. Unfortunately, can't use it, but, ooh, we got a Genie in random, too. Okay, let's throw that bad boy on to Agility. It's not going to be a level just yet. We still have not lamped a level, but we're getting closer. Not much I need from mystery boxes, but, wow. A box inside of a box. Okay. We got a Sapphire. That's funny. Yeah, those would have been a lot more useful at the start of the account for the Myth Skim or a Steel Body or things like that. But at this point in the stage, it's pretty worthless, honestly. Oh, wow. This guy right here, I made a video, or he is in one of my videos, one of my unique level 3 account videos. He's clearly not a level 3 anymore, though. He decided to get some defense levels. That's a bit unfortunate. He does have the Penance Pet on this account. All those pink hats, I'm pretty sure, are his alt accounts. Man, why would you... I definitely would have stayed level 3. With the Penance Pet, I would have stayed level 3, but that's just me. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool to see him in the minigame. Just did one of my better runs. We did that in 17 minutes and 57 seconds. That's actually not too bad. We have enough points for 3 gambles, 50 watermelon seeds. I'm not sure why those are highlighted green, but that's actually a pretty good drop, honestly. Watermelon seeds are pretty difficult to come by. Let's see, what else do we get? Runite bars. Okay. This will need to be processed at some point in time. I don't have access to an anvil, but Yeah, that's a pretty interesting one to get. I will eventually have to do a pretty hefty smithing grind. I thought I was recording it, but I guess I wasn't. I just did my first 2 medium gambles on the account, which you need to be above wave 6. Somebody left on wave 10, so I got some cooked swordfish and our first U seed. So we're getting a nice collection of seeds, some food. I would have preferred raw swordfish, but nothing super good, unfortunately, but I figured I'd share that considering those were the first medium gambles on the account. Those are going to be a lot harder to come by because not many people leave past wave 6. If somebody's going to leave, it's usually before wave 6. So, Rune Axe incoming. I'm calling it on these low gambles. Nope, 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 nope. Standing by for random events is paying off. We got another maze random event. This is going to be the 3rd one. And luckily this time I could stick through the whole thing. So, I should get a decent amount of air runes from this. I did not know that was gonna take me back to Lumbridge. Oh, it's because I'm in a free-to-play world, and you can't go to Oh, that's why. Okay. Well, I gotta remember to swap back to a members world. That's all right. Luckily, I could just TP straight back to the minigame. You saw nothing. Just got back from the random event. Definitely was not in Lumbridge. Not at all. We got 135 air runes and 110 bolts. Not too bad. Found myself a nice little campfire here. As long as somebody's putting logs in here, it should stick around for a while. So hopefully I'm able to cook all of the raw chickens I got in the bank. And then should get to about 52 cooking. There's level 50 cooking. And we still have a decent amount of chickens in the bank. But the bonfire's been going strong, so that's not too bad. Oh, and we got 300 total level. I didn't even know that was going to happen. That's pretty cool. 50 cooking, 300 total level. Let's see. We got another 1,000 raw chickens to cook, so I'm just going to keep cooking. I mean, I might as well while I got them. I really should get more chickens, honestly, because even this is going to give me to 52 cooking exactly, almost 53 actually, and I still don't even know if I want to cook any raw lobsters at 53 cooking. If I just go kill more chickens, I could theoretically increase my burn success rate pretty significantly, just getting like 60 cooking or so. I don't know. It's not something I'm going to focus on at the moment, but I foresee myself getting some more chickens. It's kind of the smart thing to do, honestly. Figured I'd show this gamble because it is officially the 30th gamble. Not a crazy number, but 30. We got some law runes. That's, pretty good. I don't foresee myself using those anytime soon, but not too bad. And another rune kite shield. All right, that's our 3rd rune kite shield. But yeah, 30 gambles so far. 970 or 969 more to go, and then I will officially be on the drop rate for the pet head. This is a good sight to see here. Little schlobbies over here just down in the pool over here. This boy's thirsty, just drinking over and over. I feel like I was in his position not so long ago. That is good to see. Somebody else enjoying my pains. Although, I think I was in a worse position than he is. We only got 3 eggs, though. This collector collected 3 eggs, which is typically fine if you know what you're doing. But I have a slight feeling that they're going to load them all at once into the cannon. Which, if anybody comes, actually, are we going to do anything? No, we're just going to stand here and stare as I slowly die? Please heal me. Okay, load the cannon one at a time, please. And he loaded them all. Yeah, that's not going to work. That only works if everybody is spamming the cannon. You really should be loading them one at a time to prevent that from happening. Now, this is a man of high class that respects the 6-pack of abs we got here. He told me I got a nice chest, and I just told him I just got done working out. So, just a couple of fellas hanging around with our 6-packs. No big deal, no big deal. 52k coins. Okay, that should give me enough to purchase the granite body, which I will need to obtain for the best in slot. But I got a couple more gambles I'm going to do just to see what we get. And let's see, we get some raw sharks. Okay, that is good. We needed that, actually. I do have to process that at some point in time. That is the whole reason why I am cooking So it's good to get that out of the way so we can actually process that once I'm able to. And then we also get some renars. All right. Have more than enough gold to purchase the granite body. This is 95k coins, so I'm going to go ahead and snag this for our task completed. That is a collection log item. It's also our best in slot item as well. So we'll go ahead and snag that. Oh, it's a hard task too. Wow. Okay, so it's a diary task, a collection log, and our best in slot. It's definitely not too appealing to the eye. I absolutely hate granite in this game. It just looks... Honestly, let me put on the granite helmet. Granite needs an overwork, honestly. The only piece of granite that actually looks good is the shield. I mean, this just looks absolutely horrendous. Even though this is probably my best in slot gear right now, I just cannot be seen wearing this. There's no way I'm walking around with this. I can't do it. I cannot do it. But there it is. That is a chunk task completed. We're going to put the torso back on. I can't be asked. I mean, it's significantly better defensive-wise. It's significantly better, but it is atrocious to look at. Snagged another book of knowledge that I am going to put onto agility. I did get a lot of comments that stated that agility is not really a big deal because if you mention, or if you recall me mentioning the stepping stones over here, I was a little bit worried that I was going to fail a lot, which you initially do trying to get into the shortcut. But once you're actually past these first bit of stones here, you don't fail in the center of the course, so you can just kind of hop back and forth without failing in the center there. So it's going to be a lot nicer once I get to that point. But I'm still going to put it into agility nonetheless, just to speed that up when that time comes, because I will have to hop quite a bit even without failing. So this will definitely speed that process up. Outside of agility, I really don't know what else to put these on, so I'm going to put it on agility still.